You think breaking a world record is impressive? Wait until you hear about the ones that are downright deadly. These aren't just about skill or endurance. They're about staring death in the face and walking away. Today, we're counting down the 10 most dangerous world records ever attempted, where a single mistake could be the last. Let's start with a record that sounds impossible. Imagine falling from the sky, not with a parachute, just falling. Vesna Volovio, a flight attendant, holds the Guinness World Record for the highest free fall survived without a parachute. In 1972, the plane she was on exploded midair. She fell over 33,000 feet. That's more than 6 miles. And somehow, against all odds, she lived. She was found in the wreckage with a fractured skull, 3 broken vertebrae, and both legs broken. Doctors said her low blood pressure caused her to pass out quickly after the explosion, which saved her heart from bursting on impact. She spent months in a coma and was temporarily paralyzed, but she eventually recovered. She didn't even remember the fall itself. Her survival is a 1 in a billion miracle that remains one of the most unbelievable records ever documented. Now, let's go from the sky to deep underground. How long do you think you could last buried alive? For most of us, the thought alone is terrifying. But in 2004, a Czech magician named Zdeněk Zaorálka, also known as Fakir Bengan, decided to push this boundary. He was placed in a coffin, buried 3 feet underground, and stayed there for 10 days. That's 240 hours. He had no food or water, only a small breathing tube connecting him to the surface. He surpassed the previous record by a huge margin, but the psychological and physical toll was immense. Imagine the complete darkness, the confinement, the sound of earth above you. This isn't just a test of physical endurance. It's a brutal battle with your own mind. The isolation and sensory deprivation are enough to drive anyone to the brink. From being buried in the earth to plunging into the depths of the ocean. The pressure at extreme depths is enough to crush a submarine, let alone a human body. But that didn't stop Ahmed Gabr, a former Egyptian army officer. In 2014, he set the world record for the deepest scuba dive, descending to an astonishing 1,090 feet in the Red Sea. To put that in perspective, that's deeper than the height of the Eiffel Tower. The descent took him only 15 minutes, but the journey back to the surface was a grueling 15 hours. He had to ascend incredibly slowly, making multiple decompression stops to allow the compressed gases in his body to release safely. Rushing it would have caused fatal decompression sickness, also known as the bends. The immense pressure at that depth can also cause high-pressure nervous syndrome, leading to tremors, confusion, and hallucinations. It's a journey into a completely alien and hostile environment. Ready to turn up the heat? Let's talk about firewalking. Most people would scream if they stepped on a single hot coal. But Amanda Dennison decided to walk across a path of them, measuring over 510 feet long. She set this fiery record in 2018. We read talking about walking barefoot on coals burning at temperatures over 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The key is supposedly the Leidenfrost effect, where a layer of moisture on your feet instantly vaporizes, creating a protective steam barrier. But it's a delicate and dangerous balance. You have to walk fast enough to not get burned, but not so fast that you trip or lose your footing. A single stumble could mean severe third-degree burns. It's a record that combines mind over matter with some very real, very hot physics. If you think these stories are insane, you're going to want to see what's coming next. Hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on more mind-blowing record breakdowns. We've got more daredevils who laugh in the face of danger. All right, let's get back to it. How about an act that leaves absolutely no room for error? Sword swallowing. It's an ancient art that requires incredible control over your body, specifically your gag reflex. Now, imagine doing it with not 1, not 2, but 13 swords at once. That's the record held by an artist known as the Space Cowboy. He managed to swallow 13 28-inch blades simultaneously. Think about that. These aren't fake, collapsible props. They are real, sharp steel blades going down his esophagus, past his heart, and into his stomach. One tiny twitch, one wrong angle, and he could perforate his throat, a lung, or even his heart. It's an act of extreme precision and trust in your own body, where the line between a world record and a fatal injury is razor thin, from internal dangers to dizzying heights. Felipe Petty famously walked a tightrope between the twin towers of the World Trade Center in 1974. While that was an incredible, albeit illegal feat, the official record for the highest tightrope walk is just as terrifying. This record is often contested and broken, but they all share one thing: walking on a thin wire thousands of feet in the air, often between cliffs or skyscrapers. Many of these walks are done without a safety net or a harness. It's just a walker, a balancing pole, and the vast, empty space below. The slightest gust of wind, a moment of lost focus, or a slip of the foot means certain death. It's a pure test of balance, concentration, and nerve. These athletes train for years to master their craft, conditioning their bodies and minds to ignore the primal fear of falling. Let's go back underwater, but this time without any breathing apparatus. The official record for static apnea, or holding your breath underwater without moving, is held by Budimir Zoback. In 2021, he held his breath for an unbelievable 24 minutes and 37 seconds. To prepare for this, athletes hyperventilate with pure oxygen for up to 10 minutes beforehand, which saturates their blood with oxygen and flushes out carbon dioxide. But even with this technique, the danger is extreme. The body's urge to breathe becomes overwhelming. You risk blacking out from lack of oxygen to the brain, a condition called hypoxic blackout, which can lead to drowning if you're not rescued immediately. Pushing your body to ignore its most basic survival instinct for that long is a feat of mental and physiological control that borders on superhuman. Speed is thrilling, but what if you take away your most important sense? Vision. In 2017, a rider in the UK set a new world record for the fastest speed on a motorcycle while blindfolded. He reached a blistering speed of over 175 miles per hour. He was guided only by another rider, giving him directions via a radio headset. Think about the level of trust and coordination required. At that speed, a tiny delay in communication or a slight misjudgment in steering would be catastrophic. There's no time to react. You're a passenger on a missile, relying completely on someone else's eyes. It's an ultimate test of trust and courage, where the risk factor is cranked up to the absolute maximum. We've talked about pressure and heights, but what about the crushing force of acceleration? G-force, or gravitational force equivalent, is what pilots and astronauts experience during rapid changes in speed or direction. The record for the highest G-force voluntarily endured is held by acceleration pioneer John Stapp. In the 1950s, he rode a rocket-powered sled that subjected him to an insane 46.2 gigaseconds. That's 46 times the force of gravity. During the deceleration, his body weighed the equivalent of over 7,700 pounds. The force was so immense it temporarily blinded him and broke his ribs. These experiments were crucial for developing safety systems like seatbelts, but they pushed the human body to its absolute breaking point, risking detached retinas, burst blood vessels, and even death. Finally, let's chill out. Way out. While some like it hot, others take it to freezing extremes. The record for the longest full-body contact with ice is a brutal test of endurance against hypothermia. The current record holder spent nearly 3 hours submerged in ice. As the body's core temperature drops, you start shivering uncontrollably. Your heart rate and breathing slow down. Confusion and delirium set in. Eventually, your organs begin to shut down. To survive this, these athletes use special breathing techniques and intense mental focus to generate internal heat and fight off the cold. It's a painful, dangerous ordeal where they are literally dicing with a frozen death, all for the sake of a record. So out of all these death-defying feats, which one shocked you the most? Was it the 6-mile fall, the 24-minute breath hold, or something else entirely? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'll be revealing even more unbelievable records in the next video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more.